What is up, guys? All right, this is my first video here. I wanted to do a full trade review and recap. So this was a short trade on the the S&P futures. Was a loss, and you can label a loss as either a good trade or a bad trade because sometimes you just take a loss. So this one was a bad trade because of a few reasons. There was first a reason to size down, and second, there was also a reason to exit. And this exit would have been a scratch or break even. So, would have saved me a loss. I was sized down, but I should have sized down even further. It was slightly too big. So, because of those two reasons, makes this a bad trade, but that's what we're here to do. Is we're here to learn and learn from our mistakes and get better. So, first of all, let's just look at the setup in general. So, using a higher time frame chart, like the 4-hour, even on the daily, we did get a huge move down on the ES, Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq. Nasdaq held up much stronger. We can look at that here. So yeah, that's the daily. We were expecting this to retrace for sure, but still getting short for a swing to continue this move down. 4-hour kind of tells more of the picture here because we did displace, create a fair value gap. Alright, so yeah, next thing is this. The reason this was even a setup in the first place is because we had accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So that was a short that I missed. And then you could also see this as later accumulation, manipulation, and now we're about to distribute, which is actually contradicting my short. So that's the reason for why I should have sized down, because there is a likelihood that this could just go higher. But other than that, I was just using the regular displacement analysis for this to continue down. We got in short, if you look on the 15-minute, for several reasons. Well, first one is we were holding this new week opening gap over here at the beginning of the week that was formed. So we got in short in here in this consolidation, and we did get a smaller time frame displacement here. Probably not a good enough reason because it is a higher time frame sort of a trade. There was nothing on the 15-minute to justify getting in short here. This did do it, but I actually got in before that, so yeah, there you go. Other than that, we did have the Dow also confirming the short as we swept these highs and into higher time frame liquidity, and Dow Jones is being really weak, so should have traded the Dow, but I didn't, and targeted these equal lows. This was a clear reason for the Dow to come down on the smaller time frame to sweep this, and now it's obvious that this is going to head back up. So missed that, but it's all right. But the thing was, here's where I really messed up, and here's where I could have ended up getting a scratch just through the trade logic. This was a reason to get out because Dow Jones hit its target, whereas the Nasdaq was the strength in the ES. Like the tech sector was what was keeping the ES strong and high, while the Dow Jones went lower. So I was hoping the ES would sell off with the Dow Jones here. It didn't. That would have been my reason to get out. Hits the liquidity. The corresponding move did not happen here. Didn't even move much at all. And then completely respected this order block here. Midline. Classic long setup there. So yeah, there's the few mistakes that I made. One other thing is I did use like another reason why I was in this trade was actually because of the net flow. The net flow was super bearish. Market tide was not clear because of the unusual flows into Nvidia, which was skewing the market tide because it's all of the underlying stocks in the SPY. So SPY net flow is just the SPY ticker. So yeah, there we go. I had a reason to get out. I also had a decent reason to take a short here, but with all things said and done, the evidence was not in my favor here, and should have at least taken a scratch, if not just traded very small. And if I did take a loss, it would have been even smaller. So several mistakes here. That's what happens when you don't follow your rules for a reason to exit and reason to size down. So I'll be sure to make sure I write this up. Note how I need to be very clear with reasons to get out, which is a correlated market hitting the liquidity I was targeting on the corresponding stock or the corresponding ticker. So there you go. This is a full recap. I'll be doing a lot more of these. I'm actually in a few trades right now still. The JPY, and I think that's it. So yeah, I'll cover more of those later as they develop, and I'm going to start doing live streams here soon. So obviously this is a brand new channel, so whatever. Thanks for tuning in and whatever and whatnot, and have a good one.